Good morning, teacher and classmates. Today I'm going to present my midterm presentation. For this presentation, I decided to investigate the author Wendell Berry. To start with, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Wendell Berry. Wendell Berry is a poet, novelist, and environmentalist of 86 years old. He lives in Kentucky, where he was born. He has maintained his own farm for more than 40 years. He is very mistrustful of technology and holds a deep reverence for the land. He is the author of more than 50 books of poetry, fiction, and essays. Specifically in his poetry, he focuses on the holiness of life and everyday miracles that we often take for granted. He has been awarded many prizes and recognitions for his work. The message in all of his work, whether it is poetry, essays, or fiction, is always the same, that humans must learn to live in harmony with the natural rhythms of the earth. I believe Wendell Berry is someone that we should really study in this course, not only because he talks about environmental issues, but because he really believes in man's connection with nature, mainly with the land when talking about agriculture. He often criticizes environmentalists that are involved with big businesses and land development. He thinks agriculture is a crucial aspect in our society, and that many environmentalists put too much emphasis on wildlands and forget to acknowledge agriculture. He also considers small-scale farming as essential for a healthy local economy, and that in turn, strong local economies are essential for the well-being of the planet. Traditional values are really important for him, and he believes these are essential for our survival, as well as supporting local life, which reflects community, family, and household life. Berry wrote a book called The Unsettling of America, Culture and Agriculture. I really want to focus on this text in my presentation because it is a key text for the environmental movement. It focuses on the failures of modern and mechanized life. In this book, Berry also discusses his thoughts about small-scale farming and strong local economies. He explains that nowadays, small economies are being destroyed by the global economy, which has no respect for the ones working locally and is based on the principle that one place can be exploited and even destroyed for the sake of another place. He also mentions how the disintegration of communities is because of agribusinesses, in which large-scale farming is controlled by giant corporations. He criticizes this industry because they not only use chemical pesticides and fertilizers, they promote soil erosion and the depletion of aquifers, while also destroying local communities and taking local farms out of existence. Agriculture for Berry is a sacred process in which each farmer has a connection to the land, and he believes this connection with nature is being destroyed by new agriculture industries displacing local farmers. I think that Wendell Berry portrays the importance of man's connection with nature in his book, The Unsettling of America, Culture and Agriculture, and we can relate this idea to what we have been talking in class. In order to be respectful to nature, we need to have a connection, and this is why Berry believes small-scale farming is crucial for the well-being of the environment, because farmers really have a deep connection and reverence for the land they are working on, so they respect this land, and they wouldn't do nothing to destroy it. If we want to preserve the land and culture, we need to focus on responsible small-scale farming. The reason why I chose to investigate Wendell Berry is because I consider him to be one of the few environmental authors to be coherent with what he writes and his lifestyle. He lives in Kentucky with his wife Tanya. They own their farm and they work on it every day, without losing their main focus, reverence to the land for what it offers. When he was young, he lived in California, Europe, and New York City. But then he returned to Kentucky to teach at the University of Kentucky. He eventually left his teaching job to be a full-time farmer in his land. He only uses horses to work his land. He has organic methods of fertilization and pest control. He doesn't own a cell phone or a computer. He prefers to stay connected with nature and write his work in his studio near the Kentucky River. He owns the Berry Center, which is run by his children, and it is a nonprofit organization that educates local communities about sustainable agriculture. He really lives his life according to his values and what he stands for. Focusing more on agriculture, that is the topic of the book I mentioned before, I think Berry is focusing on a global environmental issue that has been this way for years. Since agriculture became modernized, traditional farmers were displaced and replaced by machines that can work the land quicker and cheaper. We even see this change in the Grapes of Wrath novel, when the Jodes family is displaced from the land they had worked for years and is replaced by big machines. Berry refers to something really important that I think we can also link to the grapes of wrath. And this is that traditional farming is not only great for local economies and the environment, but it also brings families together and represents hard work, values, and traditions. When the Jones family were displaced from their land on Oklahoma, their family was broken apart little by little. And this is what Berry is referring to when he says traditional farming is all about family as well. Berry also mentions that local farming is key to having a strong local economy. He says that supporting local farmers will definitely improve the economy of the place, and you will not be supporting big corporations that don't care about the land, farmers, or people. They're just focused in making money, regardless of the impact they may have. Usually, traditional farmers treat their land with respect. They have a connection to it, and so they are very responsible with environment. And this is something that the big corporations lack. Berry's whole point in his book is that we can help the environment so much just by addressing agriculture, and we can also reassess what our values are by looking to what we support. I think these points are really important in our class because they show how actually looking inside of us to what we think is right and wrong, what our values are, and what we stand for, we can really change our perspective on many things of life. In the case of Wendell Berry, he lived his entire life in his small hometown and had his own farm. After studying and traveling all over the world, he decided to commit to his farm with his wife, work on his own land, which he considered sacred, and basically lived according to what he believes in. This gave me a big lesson in that we need to be coherent between what we say and what we actually do, since environmental change and improvement really begins when we stand up for what matters to us, because we live by it. Wendell Berry is a true believer that our actions should be driven to what is good for the earth and the environment. As we can see in this quote, we don't have the right to ask whether we're going to succeed or not. The only question we have a right to ask is what's the right thing to do? What does this earth require of us if we want to continue to live on it? To conclude, I want to say that I really had a great time doing this investigation about Wendell Berry. I think he's a great person, he has great ideas, and he's truly living according to his values. I think we should all reassess our lives and realize if we are living according to what we believe in. And if we are not, we should ask ourselves what is stopping us. I think reading his work will give us new ideas in sustainability. We will understand better about agriculture and how our connection with nature helps us make wise decisions. However, I have a few questions for you. Do you think all of our actions and decisions should be made thinking on the Earth's best interest? Or until what point does this apply? These are the sources I used for my project. Thank you very much for listening.